Hi, it's Lee Reams with CountingWorks PRO with another new feature tutorial. So this one is going to talk about Max and its new invoice tool. So basically what we're doing is allowing AI to create an invoice based on your preferences, or you can allow it just to use its own database and knowledge to create market factored pricing. So for example, a client in San Francisco might be charged more than a client in Oklahoma, for example, right? And you might charge more when clients are closer to a deadline for surge pricing than you would. And Max can now take those items into its calculation when creating a summary. So what feeds Max as far as the information to create a price grid? So first of all, if you put nothing in, so you have no memories, or you have not loaded product or inventory into CountingWorks Pro in the proposal section, it will just do it all based on market information. So what are CPAs or enrolled agents charging in such and such area, and it will basically calculate that dynamically. If I have used the memories and I have added memories of a price grid, I just put in a simple price grid here. It will utilize this information when creating your invoice. So I had already created a prompt, and I wrote a prompt and I said, hey Max, I'm trying to put together an invoice for a client in Lee Reams in San Francisco, complex return. I had given a range, and in my memories it actually, I gave it a range of a bunch of different price points, what a premium return might cost, what a multi-state. I only did federal here for this particular example. So it put together an invoice that said $500. So when it put it together, I now can edit the descriptions here. I can then send it specifically to a client. So I can now send this invoice to a client. I could have actually edited it and added some other, information. And if I didn't like the price, I could have edited here and say, okay, I wanted it to be $700. And it would then auto update and be reflected in the invoice. So if I wanted to send this particular invoice, I could. So let's now do another one. I'm going to do a prompt here real quick. Hey Max, I want to do another invoice for a client, Whitney Reams. She is in Santa Barbara. She has waited till the last minute, so I want to add some surge pricing to a basic tax return. Can you put that invoice together? So I'm going to go ahead and get Max to start thinking about this. Max then took my voice prompt and turned it into a prompt, obviously. And now it'll start calculating based on my memories that I put on for a basic tax return with surge pricing. So let's just give it a second and we'll go ahead and check this out. All right, so then it created an invoice for Whitney. It included some surge pricing and created an invoice dynamically just based on my prompt. Again, same options. You can come in here. You can, it gave like what the description for this particular client is. It added the surge directly in. I can edit it. I can add to the description. Again, the more context I had put in my memories, the more the description will show. Okay, so again, the more you put in, the more you get out, kind of thing. So this is how I would do it if I wrote a prompt to it. Again, you have to have already set this up in Stripe, so hopefully you have that set up in your account already. There is an option here to create an invoice. Basically, you can put in the description here, and we have some kind of background prompting to make it easier for people that don't know how to write prompts or need assistance with writing prompts. That is what this tool is for. Both will get you to the same place as far as the output for an invoice. So again, what we created now is basically a dynamic pricing tool. It can be as stringent as you want. I want it to use just my memories and utilize those. Or you can add all kinds of dynamic things based on location. Again, if someone is late or surge pricing, however you want to work on it, you can do that directly here. We hope you enjoy this. Obviously, the goal here is to receive proper compensation for the services that you're provided, and more importantly, get paid as quickly as possible and save time when creating invoices. We think we've done all of that here with the Max new invoice tool. Thank you, and keep the feedback coming.